Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aggy and today we're going to be making the deep fried cinnamon rolls. I know you're used to the baked cinnamon rolls, but today we're going to try out these deep fried cinnamon rolls that are super delicious, and I do hope that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you're going to subscribe. So the first step will be to work on the dough, and these are some of the ingredients that you're going to need for your dough. So for the first step, you're going to need 4 cups of wheat flour, 2 cups of warm milk, half a cup of melted butter or margarine, 2 1/4 teaspoon of yeast, and about half a cup of granulated sugar. So in a clean bowl, you're going to add your milk, and then you'll add your granulated sugar, and then your melted butter or margarine, and then you're going to add in your yeast. And then you're just gonna mix it up so that everything is incorporated. After mixing, you're going to leave your yeast to grow for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes, this is what you're going to get. So the next step would be to add your wheat flour into your grown yeast, and then you're just gonna start mixing it up. And you're going to expect your mixture to be a little bit wet, and you don't have to worry about that because that's exactly how you want it to be. So when you're done with mixing, you want to cover your dough for about 1 hour, and then after an hour you will notice that your dough has doubled in size, and you can see that the yeast has really grown, looking by the pores in the dough. So for the second step on working on the dough, you're going to need about 1 cup of wheat flour, you need about 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and about 2 teaspoons of salt. So you're going to add the 1 cup of wheat flour onto your dough, and then you're going to add the baking powder, and then you're going to add in your salt. And then the next step would be just to mix everything up until probably you're not able to use the wooden spoon anymore to continue mixing. The next step would be to transfer your dough onto a clean surface so that you're able to have enough space to knead up your dough. And when you look at the dough, it may seem a little bit, dry, but it's okay. The dough has enough moisture. So you're just gonna knead your dough, and if you feel like it's a little bit sticky, you're going to add a little bit of flour on it. But most of the times you don't actually need any flour, so you're just gonna knead for about 10 minutes. So if you want to know if your dough is ready, is that when you push a finger into your dough, it's just gonna bounce back up. So now it's time to roll your dough, and I'm just gonna use my fingers to poke the dough so that I try to make it easier to roll. Remember not to roll your dough too thick or too thin, and probably when it comes to thickness, about 1/4 inch would be okay. And you can roll it as wide as you want. So when you're done rolling, you're going to set it aside, and now it's time to work on the filling. And for the filling, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of cinnamon powder. You're also going to need about 3/4 cup of brown sugar, and you're going to need about 3/4 cup of margarine or butter. And then you're just gonna mix the brown sugar and the cinnamon, and then you just mix it up until everything is incorporated. So the next step would be to spread your margarine or your butter onto your dough. Make sure every inch, every part of the dough has some margarine or butter in it. And then you're going to spread in your mixture of cinnamon and brown sugar too, and make sure every inch is well covered with the cinnamon and the brown sugar. The next step would be to roll up your dough as I'm doing in the video. So just make sure you roll as you straighten and you try to seal the ends. For the next step, you're going to need a string, and you're going to use your string to cut out the dough as I'm doing in the video. Just slide the string under the dough and make a scissor out of it and just pull it as fast as you can. When you're done making the cutouts, now it's time to squish your cutouts as I'm doing in the video. Just press with your hands gently and also try to seal the end of the spiral as I'm doing in the video. Just flatten everything. That's all you need to do. When you're done pressing on the cutouts, you're going to leave the cutouts to rest for about 30 minutes. And then the next step would be to heat your oil, and then you just deep fry them as I'm doing in the video. Just make sure when you're deep frying, you make sure they come out to your desired color. If you like the dark brown or you like the light brown, whatever works for you, just keep turning and making sure that they don't burn. When you're done frying, this is how your fried cinnamon rolls are going to look like. Super delicious. And I do hope that you're going to subscribe to this channel so that you're able to refer to this video anytime that you want to make them, or in case you just forget something. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video, and as you can see, our cinnamon rolls are super soft and super delicious. So give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to share with your friends, and I hope that I'll see you in my next video.